थोड़ा सा आवाज मत करो। हाय नैन्सी।
Hi, is this Pranav?
अमित।
Amit. Okay. Amit, quickly rename yourself.
Sure. I just started 1 second. I've given you co-host, right?
Okay, thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning, Samita.
Hi, Toastmasters Amita. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hey everyone, good morning.
Hi, Aditya. Good morning.
Hi. Amit, I have a couple of questions.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't think we have any speeches today, do we?
No, we don't have any speeches. We have one session by Sourav, and then we'll have the table topic session.
So just very quickly help me understand, because I just went to the TMOD script. Just 1 sec. Where's the TMOD script? Just a sec. So help me understand a few things, Amit here. Amit, you there?
Yeah. Tell me.
Just a sec. I have this. Where do I have you? I have you here. So you start the meeting, okay? Amit starts the meeting. You have your introduction, then you introduce me, okay?
No, I will hand it over to presiding officer.
Nancy.
Presiding officer will hand it over to you, and then
I will do a theme introduction.
Yeah. So, do you have agenda with you? Can I share agenda with you?
I have the photo on the group. I'm referencing to that.
Yeah. So everything is there, like in the sequence. So PO will hand over to you. You will talk about theme of the day, and then you will hand it over to Saurav. He will talk about education session. Then we will be taking the break, and then again you will be taking it over.
Theme of the day, summer party, right? Summer party. Theme dressing is that. That's okay. Let me just take a screenshot and put this in here. Take the clipboard. Okay. Essay opening, pure welcome address, theme intro by TMOD, education session, 5 minutes break. Theme continuation by TMOD. Table topics, impromptu speaking, table clarification, theme closure by TMOD. And
So
perfect.
Okay. So I'm just checking all role takers. So Alvia, just rename yourself. TTM.
Yeah, I will.
Now Alvia, I'm talking about.
Okay, sorry.
Alvia, and then so Nancy, Evaluator 1. Chitrakshi has not joined. Aditya, Nancy. So basically, Chitrakshi has not joined. She is Evaluator 1. And then Sourav is yet to join. And where is our timer? Chaitanya has not joined yet. So Aditya, I'm just going to ping Chaitanya and Sourav because they
Sure.
are two role takers.
Sure, Amit.
Hey Nancy, good morning.
Hi, Aditya. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
Hi,
Renu.
Renu. Good morning.
Good morning to all.
Hey, Sanjay. Good morning.
Good morning, Nancy.
We'll be starting in another 1 minute.
Yeah, so Nancy, I think Chaitanya will take 1 or 2 minutes. So meanwhile, we can start, right? Each time.
Yes. Even Saurav would be joining in another 2 minutes. We're good to
So,
go.
yeah, only Chitrakshi has not joined.
Saurav is here. Chitrakshi can join a little later because
Okay.
we have AMA session prior to that. So we're good to go.
Sure.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
Good morning,
Sourav.
sir.
Recording is on.
Yeah, so I'm going to start the meeting. Good morning, guest and fellow Toastmaster. A warm welcome to meeting number 172 of the Gabbys Toastmaster Club. I am Toastmaster Amit, your sergeant at arms for today. I'm sure you are as excited as I am. The meeting will be blocked for 2 hours and you are expected to stay for the entire duration. Before we start the meeting, I want to highlight some key points. Your video should be on and the audio should be off. Audio should be only on when you are called to speak or need to speak. Regarding the topic of sex, religion, and politics, even though Toastmaster International doesn't put any restriction on speaking on this topic, but as the Gabbys Toastmaster Club, we request all speakers and role takers to be mindful and responsible and abstain from expressing any controversial view on these sensitive topics. Also, urge you to be the cognizant of the fact that we as a club practice diversity and inclusion in letter and spirit. Hence, ensuring there is no sexist, racist, or any such undertone that create hostility and discomfort for members or guests. Let me take a moment and introduce presiding officer for the today's meeting, DTM Nancy Goel. So DTM Nancy Goel is working as a senior data analyst. She is a certified image consultant and personal branding coach. She is the president of Gabbys Toastmaster Club. Over to you, DTM Nancy Goel.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amit, for such a warm introduction. Well, maybe put our hands together for our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Amit here. Thank you. I call this meeting number 172 open for the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. Once again, a very good morning today. Very good morning or very good morning? Well, for the XCOM, it's very good morning because we come bearing some news for you. We added 2 new members to the club. So you see, Abhishek Gautam here, he's not a guest anymore. He joined this meeting as guest Abhishek Gautam, and I see how he renamed himself as Abhishek Gautam because he is our 94th member. Please welcome our 94th member, Toastmaster Abhishek Gautam, to the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. Next, we have Toastmaster Hiril joining all the from Netherlands. She's not part of the meeting as of now, but she would be our 95th member joining Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. Please put your hands together and welcome Toastmaster Hiril to the club. Thank you so much. Well, in today's meeting, I can say that I don't see many guests. Most of the members, or rather pleasant way of saying it is, our guest turning members. I see Toastmaster Tara as our returning guest. Toastmaster Tara, would you like to quickly introduce yourself? I think you're speaking on mute, sir. Okay, I'll speak for him. Toastmaster Tara is joining all the way from Middle East. He has been here with us multiple times in the past, and it's pleasant to have him here in the meeting today. I can see Lokesh. Lokesh, a quick 30-second introduction.
Am I audible better now? Okay. Lokesh, can we hear it from you? A quick 30-second introduction. No? All right, we'll come back to you towards the end of the meeting. We also have Noor Mohammed. Noor, would you like to share a quick 30-second introduction for all of us? Please, this time tell us something that we don't know already.
Thank you, Nancy. Good morning, all. My name is Noor Mohammed. That's the known fact, I believe. It's written on that. So, something which you don't know is that a lot of things you don't know. I've been a Toastmaster since 2013. That's my official introduction. But I run a popular Facebook group called Resources for Toastmasters, if you're not aware of that, on Facebook. So please feel to join the group. You'll get a ton of resources on Toastmasters. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Noor, for joining our meeting once again. We welcome you to the meeting today, meeting number 172. I see Monica Yadav. Monica, are you Monica Ashwini or a different Monica? Are you a guest? Okay, no response from Monica either. Well, we will come back to the guests towards end of the meeting. Today, we have got something special in store. We have got a special session called Ask Me Anything. Well, don't ask anything that is not related to contests. After the session, we'll have a table topic session. So a lot in store. We'll be interacting a lot today. If you didn't get a chance to introduce yourself right now, please participate in the session later on. It's time for me to introduce our Toastmaster of the day. Well, our Toastmaster of the day is someone who I met during his previous TMOD role in a different club when he was introducing me as educational speaker. He is a returning Toastmaster, someone who is working as a strategy, as a manager strategy with an organization. It's my privilege to call him on stage. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster Aditya Shrivastava.
Thank you, DTM Nancy. Dear Toastmasters and guests, how are we doing this morning? Give me a cheer. Or a thumbs up works.
Hey.
Woo. Perfect. So, welcome to the meeting number 172 of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club, where today's theme is a summer party. I see a couple of you in beachwear. I am personally fashioning a beachwear shirt. And today, we bring the warmth and joy of a summer-filled party into our midst. And as we gather here in the spirit of camaraderie and growth, let us envision the scene. A sun-drenched day, the air filled with sound of laughter and music, and the promise of endless possibilities hanging in the breeze. Does it sound like the premise true for today's Toastmasters meeting? Right on. Toastmasters and dear guests, summer is a season that speaks to our senses. It's a time of vibrant colors, refreshing flavors, and the exhilarating feeling of freedom. Remember your childhood days when you would have 2 months worth of vacations, right? It's a time where we come alive, shedding the layers of winter and embracing the world with open arms. Similarly, our Toastmasters Club is a place where we shed our inhibitions, embrace the challenge of self-improvement, and open ourselves to a world of new experiences. Just like a summer party, our Toastmasters meeting is a celebration of diversity, where individuals from different walks of life come together to share their stories, hone their skills, and inspire one another. Especially at Gabbys Toastmasters Club. Being an international club, we have people joining in. We have DTM, we have Toastmasters Tara Chand from United States, United Arab Emirates. We have people joining in from Malaysia. We have our VP Education, Sudharma from Sri Lanka, right? And as we talk about today's theme, it is a time, summer is specifically a time to bask in the warmth of encouragement and support and to sow the seeds of personal and professional growth. Dear guests who are joining for the first time, we at Toastmasters are a community which encourages the push to take away the fear of public speaking. To give you a little bit of an insight, Toastmasters recently completed 100 years. And as many of you can see the background of Toastmaster Noor Muhammad, it says established 1924. Toastmasters recently completed 100 years. And it was 100 years ago, a person called Ralph C. Smedley, with his thought, decided that I want to build a community of public speakers. How many of you know this? That there are more people who fear public speaking than death itself. Is there something of fact? How many of you know this fact? Raise your hands. A lot of people happen to know this fact. So, 100 years ago, Ralph C. Smedley came out with a vision of building this global community of men and women alike, where they would have an equal opportunity week after week to come on stage and have a chance to just try public speaking for whatsoever amount of time that they can. That kind of also builds into the premise of a normal Toastmasters meeting. While we have a special session today and we have a special meeting, just for the benefit of the guests, I would like to introduce how a normal Toastmaster meetings run, and then I'll also talk about what's special about today's meeting. A normal Toastmasters meeting consists of three major sections. We have prepared speeches, where Toastmasters bases their pedagogy, decide a pathway of their choice, and accordingly, in line with their mentor's guidance, prepare speeches and as they progress their pathway. More often than not, a normal Toastmasters meeting has somewhere between 2 to 4 speeches. Immediately after the speeches, we also give a chance for our guests to have a chance of try their public speaking skills, irrespective of them being a Toastmaster or not. Toastmasters mandatorily get this opportunity to speak in the section called Table Topics. We actually have a Table Topics marathon today, but more on that later when I explain the special section. But the most important section of a Toastmasters meeting is an evaluation section, because you can speak, and speak. It is only when you hear back is when you get to learn. So the most important session of a Toastmasters meeting is an evaluation session, where role takers, as well as the people who have gotten a chance to speak on stage, get direct feedback for speeches from directed evaluators, for table topics from the general evaluators, and for even the role takers, the general evaluator and his team give critical feedback for people to improve on their public speaking skills. Coming to today's session and what's so special about it. We decided that it's the summer kickoff. And today, as we embark on this journey together, let us embody the spirit of summer. You know, kick back, relax, not really put somebody directly under the sun just yet, because June is yet to come. And in that light, we have an education session by a very distinguished Toastmaster, DTM Sourav Dutta, followed by a table topic marathon, where everyone in this meeting gets a chance to speak and get very good pointers to improve on their public speaking skills from two very polished Toastmasters. Our presiding officer and current president of Gabbys Toastmasters Club, DTM Nancy Goel, as well as another brilliant Toastmaster, Toastmaster Chitrakshi Vij. So today, instead of having speeches or evaluations for the whole length of the session, you get two very simple things: an education session and a table topics marathon. Is everybody with me up until this point? Give me a heads up. Thumbs up? Perfect. And as we raise our glasses to toast this meeting, let us remember, just as every summer has its own story, so does each Toastmasters meeting. Let us make this meeting a chapter worth remembering, filled with laughter, learning, and lasting friendships. So before we get started, here's to a summer of growth, a summer of learning, and a summer of unforgettable memories. Cheers to each and every one of you, and may this meeting be the highlight of your summer. To get started with today's meeting, let me introduce you to the speaker for today's education session. He's no other than our prestigious DTM Sourav Dutta. DTM Sourav Dutta is a winner of 2 DTM awards and has completed 9 paths in Toastmaster pathways. He has been a president's distinguished division director and a distinguished area director in the past. Outside Toastmasters, DTM Sourav has played several leadership roles in Fortune 500 companies, startups, and nonprofits. Currently, Sourav is building his own edutech startup, Practive, which he founded in the year 2020, June. Everyone, please give a big round of applause to DTM Sourav Dutta. Over to you, Sourav sir.
Thank you. So this is not an education session, so we'll actually wait for the questions. Anyone has any question, we will start with that. But before that, Nancy, please make me the co-host.
Toastmaster Amit can make you the co-host.
Yeah, Amit, make me the co-host.
I have my first question for you, DTM Sourav.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, please. So before that, Nancy, just let me just say a couple of things. So you can ask any question related to the contest. It doesn't matter if you're contesting, not contesting, whether you're a judge, whether you're a chief judge in some of the contests, have been a judge, have been a chief judge, or have been in situations where you're not very clear about things that has happened or that you did. For example, as a voting judge or a chief judge, you made a decision and you're not sure if you made the right decision, or if you faced certain decision and you're not sure that if you got the right decision or the right is there something wrong that happened. So anything for that matter, is this allowed, not allowed? If you're planning to do something, do you want to do that or not want to do that? So anything around that you can ask me in this session. So now anything related to the contest, so nothing is out of bounds. Some of the things that I will share most of the things that I will share is from the rule book, so that I'll try to make the discussion most objective, so that there's not much room for us to debate. But there could be some places where I'm sharing my interpretation, which I will very clearly mention. This is what my understanding is. So this is relative. This is subjective, right? So Nancy, I see someone raises his hand. So can I take his question first and then I'll come to you? Okay. Yeah, Yogesh. Yogesh, you have a question? Yeah.
Sorry, Saurav, it was my mistake.
Okay, not a problem. Okay. So, Nancy, you want to go first?
I saw Chaitanya's hand also raised. Chaitanya, do you have a
As a
question?
timer.
I am the timer, that's it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's okay.
Right. Okay, my question to you, DTM Saurav, it's about contest speech. Recently, I attended an educational session where we got to know what all needs to be covered for a contest speech. So, for somebody who has been here for quite some time, that person would be able to understand all those factors, or we have been trying to improve our speeches. But my question is more for new Toastmasters, in case someone is extremely new, and this has been happening with my mentees, someone who is extremely new, what are the prime factors that they need to consider before writing their speech? What are the must-haves?
Uh, Before I give an answer to this question, I'll share a little bit of a background about me. So this is not a question which is a factual question, right? So it does not have a right or wrong answer. What I want to share is my perspective. Now, where is this perspective coming from? So I'm not a district champion in contest, but I have judged, I think, close to 100 contests maybe across the world in the last 3 years, if not more, as a chief judge or a judge. So what I can tell you is that what my observations have been in terms of people who are winning in the contest. So being on the other side of the table, right? So that way I'm going to share my experience, and contest share in various roles. So from there, I'm sharing this. So just a disclaimer. So it's not like a district champion or a world champion sharing the contest tips. Please don't take it in that light. But what I'm sharing is that is something which I've also seen DTM Verity Prize mentioning this. And that is that the speeches which are sincere have the maximum chance of winning. As simple as that. So there has to be a lot of sincerity in the speech. It does not really matter all the time that you will have to do a lot of drama and a lot of humor and all that. So the way I decide is, I've seen, I've spoken to quite a few people also, that whenever you want to give a speech in any speech contest, particularly I'm talking about prepared speech contest, close your eyes and think. You're standing on top of the mountain, and there's this whole world in front of you. This entire world is just in front of you. You're standing on some very top place. It could be the Eiffel Tower or anywhere that you can think of. Close your eyes and think, if I can shout at the top of my voice and give out one message to this entire world, saying that, can you hear me? Do you hear me? I want you to listen to this. What is that one message you want to give? It all has to start from there. Because if you cannot feel the message, you cannot make us feel the message. If we can't feel the message, no matter how much of role play you do or how much of humor you bring in, it will not help. So you need to feel the message first. And that feeling has to be really strong, so strong that, it kind of creates an induction effect. And remember, we are in a hybrid mode. So it's very challenging. Like sitting here, I see so many black screens. I don't know how many of them are actually in front of their screen. How many of them are checking their mobile phones? How many of them are having their breakfast? I have to touch everyone. It's very, very difficult. It's very difficult. In an in-person meeting, it is still, manageable, because that you can see that person in front of you. Your jokes are landing, not landing. I know that. I said something which is very sad. I see everyone's eyes getting a little moist. So they could connect with my pain. How do I know if anyone here is connecting with anything that I'm saying? So the only way is you connect with yourself. And you being also a member of the audience, you understand that if I'm connecting with myself, there is some possibility that my audience members are also connecting with me. That's your best chance. So forget every technicality about giving a speech. Just remember one thing. That message has to be something that you can feel from the depth of your heart. What is that one message? That's the most important thing.
Thank you.
Any other question? Okay, just one question. Yeah, Aditya.
TDM Saurav, I have a question regarding the speech itself. Two questions. One is about the 75% originality mark, right? Let's just say, as part of my speech, I'm quoting somebody else's life story, like a historical event, right? And that covers a good minute or two of my story, okay? And that again is also taken into consideration when I'm delivering my conclusion, because as you weave the beads with a thread at the end, right, coming to a completion, uh, how does this affect my 75% originality mark?
So two things you need to understand first. That one is that 75% is what is the 75%, right? And the second is that how do we calculate the 75% as a voting judge? This has been one of the most contentious points for disqualification and one of the most common points for disqualification, originality. Apart from time, obviously, disqualification, but time disqualification does not typically happen so much in a prepared speech contest. It generally happens in a table topic and evaluation speech contest mostly. So originality, what is the definition of originality? Is that it has to be something that you have created. So first of all, referring to your own speech, any previous speech that you have given is not a lack of originality. First of all, to your own blog, to a book that you have written, to any kind of article that you have written, even for some other organization, if it's from the internet, it is not a lack of originality. The second is you do not need to be 100% original. You need to be up to 75%. It should be original. And this 25% should also be attributed. So you have to mention. So if you're quoting a story from the Ramayana, you have to mention that this story is from, Ramayana. Now, what happens if you quote a story from the Ramayana, but don't mention that this story is from Ramayana? So then you're leaving it to interpretation of the. So the contest rule book says you have to, up to 75% of the speech has to be original. 25% has to be attributed. It can be attributed. It can be quoted, but has to be attributed. Now it says that if it is more than 25% in terms of the lack of originality, then you will be disqualified. Interestingly, it does not very specifically mention that if it is within 25%, but you don't attribute, then what do I do? Do I disqualify you? Do I not disqualify you? So remember, wherever the rule book does not give an yes or no answer, you are leaving it yourself at the mercy of the judges. If the judges like you, if the judges like your speech, if they're in a good mood, whatever the reason is, those anonymous judges will decide whether you will be disqualified or not. So I would be very cautious, and I would always quote anything that I'm saying in the speech which comes from someone else apart from me. That's point number one. I have disqualified people for not doing this, and I've also not disqualified people for doing this. So both sides has happened. Now, how do we calculate it? It does not matter at which part of your speech you're mentioning. Introduction, body, conclusion, we don't care. How do we calculate this is, if your total speech is up for 6 minutes or 7 minutes, say 6 minutes for the purpose of understanding this. And we see that you were telling the story of Ramayana, which went till 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You are disqualified.
Okay.
Okay. Or you told the story of Ramayana till 1.5 minutes, and again towards the end, there were almost 30 seconds. You again told the story of Ramayana, you are disqualified.
Yeah.
Now, here's the fun part. The judges are not necessarily looking at the watch and seeing whether you're speaking for 2 minutes, right? They don't know that you're going to say the story of Ramayana for 2 minutes. Sometimes we do, but sometimes we don't. Then what happens? Then one of the judges raises a protest and says that, the story was not substantially original. So the chief judge says that, why do you think so? So then, we admit the protest and we call the judges inside a room, all the voting, if I'm the chief judge. And then we ask them, why are you saying so? Then they will say, I think, he almost 2 minutes, this person spoke on Ramayana. So then the rest of the judges will say that, I don't think so. Some other person says, I also think he spoke for 2 minutes. Someone says, I don't think he spoke for 2 minutes. See what is happening. No one actually looked at the time. Are you getting me? No one actually looked at the time. They are all thinking you spoke for 2 minutes, or they're thinking you did not speak for 2 minutes. Again, you are submitting yourself, surrendering yourself to the hands of people you don't even know. Wars, you don't even know who they are. So,
Diviz,
my recommendation
also-
in terms of originality is play safe. Wherever you have the slightest doubt that this could get me disqualified, I am very close to the finishing line, or I'm very close to the danger line, please maintain a rest distance. Don't play with fire. Another example is callback. We say that in a contest, the rule book says this verbatim, that referring to another contestant's speech who's contesting from the same space for the same contest can lead to disqualification. Look at the words, referring to another contestant's speech. But there are multiple instances where people have been disqualified for referring to the speaker for in other context, not to their speech at all. Something as simple as today I am standing here because of Aditya, and Aditya is a contestant, I am disqualified. But if you go by verbatim by the rule book, then you should not be disqualified. But again, it is the chief judge's call based on what the judges feel. So if the majority of the judges say, yes, you should be disqualified because you did a callback, you are disqualified. You will only be, you will be given a chance to appeal. That is true. But that again depends on how well you can, not everyone is good at arguments. And generally chief judges are good at arguments. So you will lose that battle there. So play safe, play very safe when it comes to disqualifications, because it's a very thin line.
I also have a follow-up question, because you took a specific example of Ramayan, DTM Sourav. We at Toastmasters have a very strict ruling that we can't talk about religion, politics, or sex, right? If I were to quote, say, a Dhammapada or a Bhagavad Gita, or which are considered spiritual literature, is there a line of ambiguity between spirituality and religion? Can we quote them or
Who
not?
said that we don't talk about sex, religion, and politics? Who said that?
Every meeting, every sergeant at arms.
Yeah, that's an utter nonsense, which is like an urban legend going around in every single club, because people don't read the norms and procedures. Toastmaster very clearly says that you are totally allowed to talk about sex, religion, politics, any damn thing in this world. Okay. Right? If your club wants to discuss pornography or Kama Sutra, no one can stop you.
Oh,
if you have a section of guests who will be comfortable with you discussing Kama Sutra, no one can stop you. Okay. The question is, if your members and guests are not comfortable, they will not come. They will feel offended, they will not come. If you are sharing explicit content in the meeting, which discomforts the guest, and you are identified who you are, then in that case, we will raise a complaint for you violating the Toastmaster values of integrity, respect, service, and excellence. Your Toastmaster primary membership will be barred. That will happen. But to say that we can't talk about sex, religion, and politics here is a grapevine kind of a thing, which people have heard. I heard from the person who brought me in Toastmaster, you can't talk about SRP, so I'm not talking about SRP. Toastmaster website very clearly says you can talk about sex, religion, and politics. In fact, let me tell you this, there are clubs like, gay clubs and lesbian clubs, LGBTQI clubs, where a lot
there are men only, there are women only clubs as well.
Women only club, where there are discussions around sexual aspects as well. Sexuality, sexual education, we are in the 2024. If we don't talk about sex now, then when do we talk about sex? Right? We are here because of sex. Right? How can we shy away from that fact? We didn't come from the sky. So we will talk about sex. Religion. There are faith clubs in US. There are faith clubs where they actually talk about religion day in and day out. Nothing, no harm in that.
There are language-specific clubs also in India. Like there's Tamil-only clubs.
Then that is not a violation of SRP. So there are clubs which actually talk about politics. Now, coming to contest, since SRP is in no way disallowed in Toastmaster, therefore contest SRP is absolutely allowed. 200% allowed. Okay. No one can disqualify you for SRP. In fact, I have been in a contest as a voting judge where someone came and gave a totally political speech. That person basically appealed in the speech. He said, I don't care if I win. I would consider I will lose this contest if this man wins the election. It was a campaign against a politician. I will not name the I may name the politician also for all that matters. It was a campaign against Modi.
Oh.
Narendra Modi. He came on stage and he gave a 7-minute speech saying, do not vote for Narendra Modi. He said, I don't care if I win the contest. I care if Narendra Modi wins the election. This was exactly his verbatim line, and the chief judge sent a message to us saying that please do not downmark this person. Even if you are, if you don't find the speech this one, if it is this one, don't downmark because he's talking about politics. If you don't agree with his point of view, you have got a personal bias for or against Modi. I'm not getting into that. This person, the chief judge called us into a huddle and briefed us. It is allowed, absolutely allowed.
Got it.
Okay. So if anyone disqualifies you for that, please tell that person. It's written in the contest rule book also.
Yeah, can build into the argument.
No. Whenever, see, how to deal with an argument with a chief judge, carry a copy of the rule book.
Okay.
Right? Don't let the things get into that gray area. If it is in black and white, no chief judge in the world can do anything about it. Okay. Chaitanya, is that again because you're a timer, you have raised your hand, or you have a question?
No, I have a question. So my question is again in line with the previous one. So we were talking about the originality of the speech. Now, let's say the speech is an informative one, and for an informative speech, we do some research from here and there, take some things from the internet. Then how do we consider that as an original speech?
The information can never be original unless and until you're doing a primary research, right? So every information, it's a secondary research, then it will be quoted from somewhere. Again, it should not be, the finding should not be more than 25%.
But again, because it is an informative speech.
Tell me.
Let's say I'm talking about, what do I say, wildfire, anything. Okay, ozone layer depletion. I'll quote some things and most of my speech will be related to research around that, right? And it will exceed more than 25% of the speech.
No, it should not. The facts part of it be within the 25%. Your learnings, your interpretation, your advice for us. Say, let's take the example of ozone layer, right? What is the problem? The magnitude of the problem, how big is the problem? All of these things should be less than 25%. Now, based on those facts and statistics, you have some learnings. And based on those learnings, you have some action items for us, right? So that should be the 75%.
Right. Now, what I'm saying is
one second.
Yes,
so if your entire speech is just about, I found this, I found this, I found this, I found this, then that is not a fit speech for a contest. As simple as that. Use it for your pathway speech. You're researching and presenting. No one is stopping you from that. But for a contest, that is not a suitable speech. You cannot say, but that is the speech I want to give. You give, no, we will disqualify you. What is the big issue? No one is stopping you from giving that speech. But it is very clear. You cannot give that kind of a speech in a contest. Now, if you say, I want to, if you say, no, why so? Because it's as simple as that. If I say that, I can't express myself in 7 minutes, I will speak for 14 minutes. Can I stop you? No. You speak for 14 hours also. We will go have lunch break, we'll sleep, we'll come back next day, and then we'll come and disqualify you. That's what...
Right. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Karthik, before I take your question, there's a question on the chat. I'll just take that. Sima Badaya. Yes, ma'am. Is that the same question you wanted to ask?
Yes. I wanted to ask the same question.
Okay.
And besides that,
please tell
my speech is very effective, but I get lost when I speak out. And then sometimes it exceeds the speech. I have just tried 2, 3 speeches. And I just started, but I'm very good at impromptu and normally get the best impromptu award. But when I speak or when I write a speech, I overthink, and besides that, I get lost when I give a speech. So it becomes impromptu, more or less.
I have the same problem, so I can totally relate with what you're saying. I am also an ad-lib speaker, so I find it very difficult when I need to write down something and memorize and then come up with it. Ask me for hours on something without preparation, scripting and all that I can do. Ask me to speak for 5 minutes on something that's scripted, it becomes very difficult for me. So I'll share with you what I do. One is that I, first of all, I try to make that speech my own. That's the first thing. Because if I don't own the speech, I will never be able to give that speech with that kind of.
raise hand का कहाँ से आता है?
So
reaction से आता है.
Sorry.
Kalpana, you're not on mute. I'm putting you on mute. Yeah. So what happened is that all this, this entire speech that I'm writing, I have to first feel it. I have to own it. Once I do that, only after that, I will be able to give that speech properly. Second thing is, if it's a 5 to 7 minute speech, obviously there will be certain points and all which you will not understand, right? Which you will not remember, sorry. In that case, I'll teach you one technique. It's a very simple technique. I don't know if you know this already. How many of you know the memory palace technique?
I don't know.
So
I'm
this
not aware.
is a very effective technique. It's called the memory palace technique. In the memory palace technique, what happens is, Sherlock Holmes. Thanks, Noor. So this is a technique that Sherlock Holmes apparently used to use. So basically what happens is your speech has got various points, right? Like 3-4 different points. So in one point, you're talking about, say, for example, the speech is about a car journey, about a car accident or something like that. So one part is about you're packing your lunch boxes, the excitement of going on a trip and all that, right? Then you talk about, suddenly you see some problem in the car. Maybe, you're running out of fuel or something like that. And then the third part is about you hitting a tree or something. So that is these are the 3-4 parts of it. So what the technique is, put certain things in your room or associate these 3 points to certain things that are there in your room. So for example, put a lunchbox on your table, which will remind you I have to talk about the lunchbox first. Put maybe there's a tree outside the window. Remember that the tree is associated with the car hitting the tree.
Mm-hmm.
So the memory palace techniques works wonder for you to remember the main bullet points of your speech.
Yes.
From that, try to memorize at least the opening and the conclusion.
Okay.
Because the opening and the conclusion has the maximum impact.
Okay.
Right? For the body, you have the memory palace technique. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there are a few other things also that I have seen, I've read also, that one of the things that says that stress actually helps you remember more, because when you have stress, you have an things that you learned under stress, you never forget. That's why
I cannot sleep. It goes and goes on in my mind. So tomorrow I have to give speech, and so many things keep coming into my mind.
Think of an induced stress, a physical stress or something. So people say that if you work out and then you sleep well, then you generally you have a better memory before the speech. So a lot of people, that's why what they do is they keep themselves physically very active before the speech, before the international speech contest that particular day, because there's some research apparently where someone put their hand in an ice bucket. 2 groups, one group who put the ice in the ice bucket, they were able to remember things better because of the physical stress. The other group who did not put, they could not remember it. So apparently stress releases the adrenaline hormones, which helps in better memory. That's some research findings, but these research findings you have to always take with a pinch of salt. But basically, in terms of very tactical things, memorize the opening and the conclusion, and the rest of the speech, use the memory palace technique, and you are kind of sorted.
Thank you so much. I mean, I just needed this. Thank you for sorting my problem. So now I'll be quite good at writing and delivering my speech. Thank you.
Yeah, Karthik, your question.
So DTM sir, I have a question. what actually matters the most? Is it the content? Is it the speech delivery? So I have seen the ballot of ISS speech. So it is categorized into these things like the speech content, the body language, words being used, and as well as many other categories. But sometimes I have seen a speaker who is very good in speech delivery sways away the judges and he wins, even though his content is not so great to the extent. But my main question is, but as we all know that content is the main thing for a speech to be, for us to reach the message which we are trying to make people understand like what we are trying to say. But is it the speech delivery which will overshadow the content, or is it the content which will overshadow the speech delivery? Or is it the mindset of judge, or is it the mood of the judge as you're speaking right now? Before that, it also depends on the mood of the judges, or it is completely any other different thing.
So Karthik, what does the ballot say? Let's start with that. What percentage is the speech content? What percentage is delivery? What percentage is the language usage? You're right when you said that. Can someone help me? Or many of you contesting should have this memorized by now.
I don't remember the exact percentage.
Find out by that time or do. Seema, one more tip I just remembered. This is also something regarding memorizing and for everyone here. There is one more thing that you can do to memorize a speech. Karthik, you will find out this one. It's important. So, Seema, they say if you write down the speech multiple times, you can remember the speech better. So again, for everyone, after you have written the speech the first time, write it again, the second time, the third time, and you will make mistakes. The moment you make mistakes, correct it and again rewrite it. So if you keep on writing the speech, writing is one of the best ways of memorizing anything. The third one, there's another technique that people talk about, which is 20-20-20. So 20 minutes to read the speech. Yeah. 20 minutes to deliver the speech without reading, and 20 minutes to deliver the speech again without reading. And then, if you do this multiple times in a day, then you will remember the speech. But again, all of this takes a lot of time. So how much you can do and a lot of perseverance. So if like I have to win the world championship of public speaking is my motto of life, it is for a lot of people, then in that case, it's very difficult to do. Okay, so we have this one from Samita. So 50.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Very good technique. I'll do that. I'll work hard.
Thank you. So 50-30-20 is what we are seeing here, right? So then if it is like 50-30-20, then what is the problem? What is the problem, Karthik? The problem is, you said, right, that why do someone content is not that good, but the delivery is good, is winning? They technically should not. So Karthik, it is already defined here, right? That's 50-30-20. Right?
Yeah, it's already defined, but what?
No, wait. I've not finished the question. Now, AI is very advanced here now. It's pretty advanced. So why do we really need human judges in the first place? It's already defined. Why can't I just put a robot or a AI tool in this meeting, and you deliver the speech? They will do the bifurcation, content, this. We will put a few keywords, and they will analyze and say, my content is better than your delivery is better than me. And the AI tool can announce, Alexa says Karthik is the winner. Right? What is the problem with that arrangement? Why are we voting judges?
No, I was just asking like...
you're asking a very right question. Don't get defensive. I'm answering in this way because I want you to understand something very important here. The reason is, ultimately, it's the impact. No matter I give them 100 different points, but if your speech is touching me more than my speech, no matter how many parameters I break that into, it is very difficult for you to win if the speech is not touching me. It has to touch me. Maybe the delivery is good, that's why that person has won, but because maybe the delivery touched me so much. When that person said, I broke down the entire room possibly broke down. When that person laughed, I remember that speech. You remember a Varsha last year in the division contest and from BTMC. What a wonderful speech she gave in the international speech contest. I'm forgetting her surname, Varsha. She was from Bangalore Toastmasters Club. A beautiful speech she gave, filled with music and this and that. It was more like an opera rather than a speech. It was so nicely done. I don't know if that recording is there. If it is there, we can probably see that speech. It's a great learning for a good contest speech. She came second, but the speech was fabulous in the division contest. And if you listen to the speech, you will understand what's a totally entertainment speech is all about. But she came second. Why? Because the first speech had maybe a more impact, or that's what the judges thought. So again, it goes back to the message. When you're now, again, one more thing. So then you can say that then Sourav, why do you say that we have to know the breakup percentage? If at the end of the day it's the impact, then let me just forget this and do it. Now that is where you need to be a little stoic. There are things that you can control. There are things you can't control. You can't control the impact you will make on me. You can't control the way you will make me feel. You can control the elements that you will put into it. And these are the elements. This is all that you can control. But whether my words will hurt you or make you happy is not exactly in your control. Otherwise, relationships would have been so much easier. One more good point, Noon has mentioned here. Usually it is the energy and passion with which one delivers the speech, which makes the whole difference in the impact which you mentioned. So, what he's saying is, and he's so right, that sometimes the content may not be that strong, but the person is delivering with so much of energy and passion that the judges get swayed. But again, one caution is, there is no winning formula. If you try to show too much of energy and passion, because, we told you this, again, you'll sure shot lose. Trust me on that. Because if there are experienced, good judges, we have seen all of that. We have seen people faking emotions. We have seen people faking deaths, narrating stories of death, which actually never happened. Right? All of those things we have seen. We have seen people, doing things which are absolutely horrendous in the contest to win. So don't fake, because if it's a good panel of judges, you'll pay a heavy price. I mean, in the sense you'll lose it. It's not that anything else will happen. You'll just lose the contest. Okay. Any other question?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes.
Kalpana, did you?
Yes, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, tell me.
Yes, sir. Like for international speech contest, the kind of feedback I am getting like you should more concentrate on humorous content rather than intense one. And in case I go for the intense speech as well, so is it necessary to put some punchlines or some humor to it? Because according to me, it breaks the flow of emotions when you are going through some intense speeches. So what is your feedback regarding that?
The problem with our understanding of humor is that humor is very limited. Our understanding is very limited. Whenever we say humor, we imagine, slapstick comedy, Mr. Bean or Charlie Chaplin or, stand-up comedians. I would request you to read a little bit more of humor. There are almost 40 different styles of humor: sarcasm, puns, self-deprecating humor. You decide what is your genre of humor. And based on that, and there are many quizzes also for you to find out what kind of, humor usage you have. A lot of online quizzes are there. Not that they're very extremely reliable, but if you take 4 or 5 such quizzes, you'll understand a pattern that this is what I do well in terms of humor. In my case, I know, I can only manage self-deprecating humor. Anything else I try, I'm a total disaster. People laugh at me, not at my jokes. So what I just did is nothing but a self-deprecating humor. I do in a deadpan fashion where I don't smile. I don't. You don't realize I cracked a joke unless you are paying attention to me. So I will never make funny faces. I will never dance on the screen. I'll never add a tail on my head. I'll never do all those kind of things because I already look intolerable. I'll look horrible then. Right. So I will not take those chances to scare you. Right. So that is where I found my style of humor. Whatever I am saying now, it's a message. I'm not trying to make you laugh. But if you still see, I'm seeing a few emoji buttons. Maybe Noor is just trying to make me feel happy. That's why he gave the reaction. But Jasprit is actually having a hint of smile on her face. But am I cracking a joke here? No, I am not. So why am I doing this? I want you to understand, Kalpana, that humor is a technique. In a contest speech, humor is a technique. For a stand-up comedian, the humor is the purpose. In a stand-up comedy, you go there only to laugh and just to laugh. No one walks to a stand-up comedy show saying that, okay, today I'm going to go back with a deep message. Right? It never happens. But in a contest speech, you come with that expectation. I'll get to learn something today. I'll get to take home something back with me. And humor is a technique. So what the people who are telling you to use humor, they are saying add humor as a technique to your speech. Don't dilute your speech message. Don't make it less intense because you want to make people laugh. No. You really don't want people to laugh. If it's someone is dying, someone is, losing their job, someone is being very unhealthy, losing their family members, you don't want to crack joke. You have to say something like this probably. I don't know why was I God's favorite child. That whenever it comes to giving pain and suffering, he always chose me. This is dark humor. Right? You do not need to always say jokes which makes you split laughing. That is something that you need to understand. Humor as a technique versus humor as a purpose. When you do an international speech contest, in the humorous speech contest, their humor is the purpose. It could be the technique also, but humor is the purpose. In the international speech contest, humor is not the purpose. It's a technique. Using humor definitely increases your chances of winning. A little bit of punchlines here and there. It can be dark humor. It can be sarcasm. Read a little bit more about humor. You will find a lot of information about it. Otherwise, drop me a message after this. I will share one deck that I had created recently on humor and storytelling. That is something that I will share with you. That has a lot of information around different styles of humor. Okay. Yeah, Jasprit, you have a question?
Yes, just a small one. So we cannot call back on another participant of the speech competition. But generally, when we are delivering a speech where we feel that the message that I'm going to prepare and then come up with is in the larger interest of a particular group or general people. So can we say, like the way we try to identify with the audience? So I hope many of you would agree with me when I say this. Can we do
Yes.
that?
Generic, yes. Even you can also talk about the person in a way where you're not referencing that person directly or too much directly. Okay, by the way, this is one very interesting thing also. Even if you don't name the contestant, you can still get disqualified. There has been an issue where the contestant said everything about that contestant except for the name. So I said, this person is someone who brought me to this club. I have walked in holding his hands. You have seen it at the beginning, of many meetings because he's generally the presiding officer. So the judges said that it's as good as trying to play with the law. Why is the person referring to so many things? It's you may as well say the name, right? So that is one thing. Now to come to your point about referring to the audience in general, absolutely allowed. Referring to one in the audience, allowed. You can refer to the timer also, right? The only person that we are scared of in a Toastmaster contest is the person showing the timing cards. That's totally okay, right? That man alone can break your dreams, can mar your dreams, can shatter your dreams. That's a totally good point to bring up. Okay, but because I'm assuming the timer can't contest. So that is where you can obviously use the reference. But don't use this one. And remember, you can also, if a particular day, there are 3-4 contests happening, you can refer to the contestant of evaluation in your speech in ISC. That is allowed. You can refer to a contestant in ISC to your speech in TT if that contestant is not in TT also. That is allowed. But referring to a TT okay, if there are 2 area contests happening on the same day, you are referring to another area contestant from your speech, that is allowed. So the rule is very clear. The same format, the same contest, the same day. That is not allowed. Clear?
So my confusion was, can I say so all of you would agree with me? Otherwise, I would have twisted it like many of the people outside would agree, the ones who are going through this. Like that is the
absolutely, absolutely you can. Just don't be specific about it.
Thank you.
One of the big mistakes people do is they thank their mentors there and the mentors are contesting. Don't do that. Okay. Take all the strategy.
I'll do that before the contest. Thank you.
Before and after the contest, don't
after
do
definitely, yes. Thank you, thank you.
Okay, Simaya, you had a follow-up question? Okay, I see the timer also raising his hand.
I have a follow-up question.
Yeah,
can I say?
Yeah,
like I'm a laughter coach. I'm a laughter coach and I love to spread smiles and happiness. So what happens is I'm always that cheerful, bubbly one and always making people laugh. But so happens that when I give a speech, okay, with all that passion and humor and all that, it comes naturally to me. But sometimes so happens that you have to relate to an incident, which is, like you have to have that sad emotion or something, which I'm not able to bring into myself. And it just goes like, I'm happy. So people wonder, like, how can she be so happy in a sad situation? And my reaction would be that, no, I just can't be sad and I want to spread happiness all around. Like I met with an accident which was quite this was like life-threatening, and the blood was oozing out from my wrist. And I told the doctor, okay, tell me, you're giving me the injections, but I'll cry in different sounds. And they were laughing at me and they said, it's a life-threatening thing and you are making us laugh. I said, no, if I am going, I'll go laughing and I want to see happy faces around me. So I don't know how to, because that thing, to be sad, to see the sadness around is
Why do you
my thing.
No, who told you that you have to be sad or happy to win a contest? Most importantly, if I have to be someone else to win a contest, is that worth it? That's the most important point. If someone tells me, Sourav, you have to do slapstick comedy to win a contest, I would rather not win the contest. I would rather keep me rather than the trophy, right?
Yeah.
So be yourself. I mean, you cannot win a contest if you are not being yourself. That's a guarantee. And even if you win a contest for some reason, if you prove me wrong, you will not be happy about it.
So true.
Just be stoic, right? I mean, control those things that you can control. Forget about, the world, how will they feel? I need to be sad. You don't need to be sad if you don't feel like being sad.
Quite true. I understand that. Yes. Thank you for that, because I was worried about it. And somehow I think if I am always that cheerful and bubbly and not bringing about that emotion.
That is important. Yeah. I mean, I've seen people winning contests by being cheerful and bubbly also.
Okay.
There is no set formula. Remember, there is no set formula. Those J1, J2, J3, J4, J5 who will come in, you don't know who those people are, from which part of the world, they are male or female or transgenders. You have no idea. And those 5 people, 6 people or 7 people is what they matter. I have seen people giving brilliant speeches. The entire audience was either rolling over the floor laughing or they had all tears, but they did not win. I'll just share one example and I'll end this. I see Chaitanya putting up this card. So this was a contest in Jamaica, I think, if I'm not wrong, somewhere in Africa. What happened is I was the chief judge. And I think this was a division level contest or a district contest, one of the two. I don't remember, but one of the African countries. Now, everyone spoke. There was one lady who spoke really well. And I kind of got a feeling that this lady is going to win. After that, the last contestant came. And this time, the type, before they introduce the contestant, the contest master said, can you please confirm that you can hear the timer? I'm like, oh, hear the timer? I mean, we generally say, can you see the timer? Then the timer rang the bell. Then I realized that, he can't see. Now, first of all, I blasted the contestant. I said, see, the chief judge should know whether there is a contestant who cannot see. I mean, this is a serious procedural lapse. Anyways, that point aside, this man told his story. He was a policeman, a cop, and he lost his eye in the line of duty, trying to save two young girls from being killed. He took a bullet right here. It scratched the eye and went. He lost his one eye immediately. The other eye he lost eventually after a few periods of a few months. And it was stating the story, the story of how the bullet was hitting him. What was he feeling? That's like a real life experience of someone saying, here's how the bullet is coming and scratching, and I can feel that. Then no, like this he was saying. We got goosebumps, literally. But he did not win. Everyone in the audience felt that he is the one who should have won, except for those 5 people who were voting. No biases here, because all the judges were outside of that particular country. I had judges from all over the world, from Europe, from Americas and all. No biases. But I had a mix of judges also, black, white, Asian, everything. But still he did not win. Because there are certain things that the judges found, which the audience did not find. So there's no set formula. Okay, thank you so much. I'm back to you, Aditya.
Thank you, DTM Sourav, for such an enriching and insightful session. What do we give DTM Sourav for such a brilliant session? Come on, guys, use your reaction tabs, or use, you can go and unmute and clap. And I'm seeing a lot of, brilliant. Perfect. So I've been informed by the VP Education, because a lot of people have had so many questions being answered and they are in the rhythm of flow. So we do not want to break that flow. And hence we are, skipping the break for today's session. I accidentally missed out on introducing the timer, so accepting my mistake. And I think Chaitanya has been doing a brilliant, role with calling out timing on each of the questions and also the AMA session. Before we move into the next section for today's meeting, I would like to very quickly introduce the timer for today's session, which is Toastmaster Chaitanya Prasad. Chaitanya is a software engineer in Bangalore. His interests include music, cooking, sports, trekking, traveling, doing adventure sports such as rafting, paragliding, and a lot more. He's keen towards learning new things and being able to do something that has an impact, like being the timer for today. Introducing the timer for today, Toastmaster Chaitanya Prasad. Over to you, Chaitanya.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. As you all would have seen, that I'll be the timer and I'll be flashing time cards whenever necessary. So right now we will be having table topic marathon, for which the speech duration will be 1 to 2 minutes. So my background will be blue when the time starts. At 1 minute, it will go green. At 1 minute 30 seconds, it will go yellow. And at 2 minutes, it will go red. All the speakers who are participating in the table topics will get a grace period of 30 seconds as well. So if they speak till 2 minutes 30 seconds, they still qualify, but they speak more than that, they will be disqualified. For evaluation, it will be 30 seconds to 1 minute. So at 30 seconds, I'll flash the green card, 45 seconds, yellow card, and at 1 minute, red card. Again, the evaluators will also get a grace period of 30 seconds. So the time duration will be till 1 minute and 30 seconds. That will be all from my side. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chaitanya, for taking up the role and performing it so diligently. Quickly stepping into the second section of this special meeting that we have today, the table topics session. Today's table topic master is a diligent intern at Signify. She brings her talent from Christ University to the tech world. Hailing from Calicut, Kerala, she embraces diverse passions from the rhythmic movements of dance to the soulful melodies of song. Introducing the table topic master for today's session, Toastmaster Alvia. Give a big round of applause for Toastmaster Alvia. Over to you. Alvia, you are not audible. Is it just to me?
No, we can't hear.
Yeah, Alvia, we can't hear you. We are unable to. Could you check your mic once or try reconnecting? We're unable to hear you. While Toastmaster Alvia figures out a way to reconnect, I have a very fun story to connect the bridge between the final question that Seema asked and the location that our table topic master for today comes in. As Sourav Dutta said, right, a very impactful speech could not win the award because those 5 people could not connect to it. And there's a very beautiful anecdote or an analogy about, I'll ask this question. How many of you love coffee? If you can just raise your hand. How many of you love coffee? You can use the reactions tab to, raise your hands. How many of you love coffee? So whenever you're passing by and you just smell somebody brewing coffee, you're enchanted, you're happy, you're like already in the throes of, I want coffee myself because it uplifts my mood and whatnot. But if you are from Kerala and you're looking at someone having coffee, your immediate reaction is going to be, are you doing okay? Is everything all right? What happened? Is this not a good day for you? The reason being, context matters. For people from Kerala, love tea so much. If you ever find someone having coffee, you would be concerned for them. Like, is everything okay? Right? So just connecting that bridge while I think TDM's Alvia has joined in. Alvia, can we do an A/B check?
Hello.
Yes, you're audible now.
Great.
Over to you, Toastmaster Alvia.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shrivastava, for that introduction that you gave. And esteemed members and delighted guests, welcome to the summer party themed impromptu speaking segment of the Gabbys International Toastmasters Club. Now picture this, everyone. You're sipping a cool beverage under the warm sun, surrounded by friends, and suddenly you're called upon to share your thoughts on a surprise topic. Now, that is the essence of what we are diving into, where every voice has a chance to shine. Now, let me talk about the theme summer party, right? The mere mention of it evokes images of laughter, relaxation, and endless fun. It's a time where the days stretch longer and the nights get warmer, and every moment carries a comfort and cozy feel. From sizzling street food to refreshing mango lassis, there's something magical about the summer air that ignites our souls. So let's infuse that same energy into our impromptu speaking today. Think of each topic as a mini vacation for your mind where you can escape into the summer realms of your imagination. Whether you're reminiscing about childhood summers or sharing your wildest summer adventures, let's make every word spoken here crackle with the excitement of summer fun. Now, very importantly, a few pointers that you can bear in mind. Number one, when you're called upon to speak, remember it is your time to shine. Embrace the topic with open arms and let your creativity flow like a summer breeze. There's no right or wrong answer here, just your unique creativity and perspective waiting to be shared. Number two, time is of the essence. You'll have a window of 1 to 2 minutes to dazzle us with your thoughts. Keep an eye on the timer, which will be indicated by Toastmaster Chaitanya's background. And if you go a tad over, we'll give you a 30-second buffer to wrap your thoughts up. And if you cross that too, you will be disqualified. Number 3, stay true to the theme. Our summer party vibes are all about warmth, joy, and cheerfulness. So let's ensure that the speeches and our discussions are aligned with the theme, right? Now, number 4, last one, volunteering is the key. If you're itching to jump into the conversation, do not be shy. Raise those hands high and let me know that you're ready to dive into the summer fun. Now, with these rules in mind, let's make this impromptu speaking session a summer party to remember. Let's get this party started, everyone. Who's ready? Raise those hands high. Okay, I can see Abhishek Gautam raising his hands. Let's kick it off with him. Toastmaster Abhishek, are you ready? Can I have a yes?
Yes.
Great. Now, the topic for you is the best summer vacation I've ever had. Let me repeat that for you. The best summer vacation I have ever had.
Thank you very much, Toastmasters Alvia.
All the best. All the best.
Thank you. Hello, Toastmasters, guests, and everyone. When I think about the best ever summer vacation I ever had, it's very clear. It was in the year 2001. So I was born and brought up in a small city called Ranchi, which is, of course, the town of MS Dhoni. But my ancestral house was in Bihar, nearby in a district called Saharsa. Ever since I was born, I did not get an opportunity to visit my ancestral's place to see where exactly my grandfather used to stay, where exactly was our farmland. Every one of us, are definitely interested in learning more about that. And so was I. And finally, when I was 5 years old, my father agreed that, all right, we are going to our hometown and let's get started. I still remember catching the bus at the night from Ranchi, which was heading towards our hometown. Throughout the night, I could not sleep. Even though I was sitting right next to my mother, I was feeling, when am I going to reach my hometown? Even though I took a nap for 30 seconds, 30 minutes, 1 minute, whatever it was, when I opened my eyes, I always used to ask my mother, have we reached? If not, when are we reaching? And I still remember when I kept my first foot, I was so excited. There were tears, that were coming out of my eyes. Even though my grandfather, grandmother were not there, but I could feel them. I could sense them. Over to you, Toastmasters.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhishek. That was very well done. Congratulations. That was really amazing. You were literally a pro at it, I must say. Now, next up, I can see Seema raising her hands. Toastmaster Seema, are you ready to go next?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, great.
Toastmaster Alvia, before Seema, Yogesh has raised his hand.
Okay. Then maybe Yogesh can go next. Seema, after Yogesh, it'll be your turn. Yeah. Yogesh, are you ready?
Yes.
So here's your topic, the most refreshing summer drink and why. The topic for you is, let me repeat, the most refreshing summer drink and why. Over to you.
Okay. Thank you. The most refreshing summer drink to me is buttermilk. Since I'm not a big fan of the cold drinks like Pepsi, Coca-Cola, something like that. Being a health conscious guy, I always want to drink which is natural and healthier. Me, buttermilk is a very good drink. It also reduces the temperature of your body, as well as it helps you in many other ways. Like it's a very good thing for your gut health, and I also like to drink fruit juices as well. So instead of going for a artificial drinks, it is always better to binge on these natural health drinks. Yeah, thank you.
Great job, Toastmaster Yogesh. Next up, we have Toastmaster Seema on the deck. Toastmaster Seema,
Yes,
are you ready?
ready?
Great.
Yes,
Okay,
I'm ready.
so your topic is my favorite summer tradition and why it's special.
Oh, I just wanted this topic. Thank you for giving me this topic, Alvia. And my favorite summer tradition was learning. Every summers, I remember after 10th, I wanted to learn more besides the academics. And so after 10th vacation, I was learning maybe cooking, or in 11th vacation, I was learning maybe stitching. And so it went on till my college years. And this learning I carried on with my being, because I became an all-rounder. Well, got married into a conservative family from Bombay to Jaipur. And then I realized that I could not go out or move out. And there I could see people not doing much, like not developing their personality by learning much. But this adversity came into a blessing for me when I had kids. And well, I could provide them with everything from stitching to computers to learning French and all that. There I was there. And this thing, they turned out to be the good in academics, and they went to Oxford, Harvard, MIT, and I feel so blessed. So this summer tradition has helped me to be here in Toastmasters also today, talking about where I feel that I am empowered, and I can empower so many of us. And definitely ladies, I mean, those who just, gossip, to go for kitties and just dress up and all that. I feel that I would love to empower and spread smiles. And now when I'm a laughter coach, well, that's where I made it. Like, that's what I love the most now. So, well, this learning is going on, and this tradition has helped me to be the person who I am now. That's what I think, a tradition which I carry in my heart, and tell my kids also that keep learning, keep growing. And I tell everyone around me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster. That was great. Loved to see that excitement and happiness with which you delivered your speech. Next up, I can see Toastmaster Samita raising her hands. All
Yes.
right, Toastmaster Samita, your topic is exploring local parks and nature trails in the summer. Let me repeat that again for you. Exploring local parks and nature trails in the summer. Over to you, ma'am.
What a beautiful way to spend a summer evening. Imagine this. It's hot and you want to sit in the AC. Come evening, the sun goes down. There's a cool breeze that hits you, refreshes you. And where do you want to go? Of course, to the park. You might feel that summer means dry and leafless trees. No, it is not. There is a burst of colors around us. I enter the park, I see the red colored flowers beckoning me. Yeah, right. That is the flower which tells us summer is here. And the festival on Holi is around the corner. You walk, you find the bees buzzing around, the thousands of flowers that are around. Those yellow amalthas, the fire of the forest, they just soothe our eyes, reminding us that every season has something very special for it. We need to open our eyes, explore the land around us. The fallen leaves, the insects crawling around, they also have a beauty of their own. And you will see, along with summer, the color of the butterflies. It enhances it. It becomes more brighter, I feel. And then chase a butterfly once in a park. You will see the happiness that you get. Of course, you can't catch them. While going for the butterfly, you may go for the dragonfly, but the happiness will always be there. Over to you, table topic master.
Great job, Toastmaster Samita. Loved the flow with which you went and, sort of ended your speech. So, I can see Sudhakar, Toastmaster Sudhakar raising his hands. So, Toastmaster Sudhakar, the topic for you is the fun of outdoor games and sports in the summer. The fun of outdoor games and sports in the summer. All the best, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Alvia. When I think of outdoor game in summer, immediately comes to mind is cycling. I am cycling since 2016, and that is where, in fact, almost 20 years of gap, I started cycling, and it was in monsoon, right? And then I realized the best part of summer is you can actually you can search or you can go different trails, but the problem with the summer is also heat, and it is unbearable after 10 o'clock in the morning. But the best part is you can go different parts of country and look for different terrain. And in fact, the mornings are so nice between 6 to 10, and again evenings are so nice. So I think the best parts of summer outdoor games is cycling for me. Thank you.
Great job, sir. Next up, we are having Abhilash Nair on the deck. Abhilash, are you ready?
Yes, Toastmaster Alvia.
All right. Topic for you is summer memories, recalling childhood adventures during the summer season.
Summer for me has always meant one thing: Kerala. Being a non-resident Keralite who was born and brought up in the terrains of Gujarat, summer vacations always meant that I would get a chance to visit my ancestral. And there, the best summertime activity which one could imagine of was playing cricket in the vast fields. You see, once the paddy and the rice is harvested, all the fields remain bare. And in the summertime, you can go in and play cricket as much as you like. As it happened, adjacent to my ancestral home, there used to be a big field on which we used to play our evening cricket games. There, one day what happened is that once we completed our cricket, on our way back, one of the players got bit by a snake. Now that, for a kid who is 11 or 12 years old, is equivalent to an adventure. With many of us people being non-residents of that place, we were not aware of where to rush and what to do next. However, taking the help of locals, what we did was apply our common sense and took him to the nearest doctor who was available there. As you can think of, Kerala is not a place where you would get even lands everywhere. The fields and the unevenness of the terrain were added challenges and added thrill for us 11-year-old kids. Eventually, though, when we reached the doctor, it was just in time, and we could help the person who was bit by the snake and it didn't. We made sure that the venom did not spread through his body. That in itself was an adventure which I remember of till now. Over to you, to TTM, Alvia.
Fantastic job, sir. So yeah, who's up next? Can we have Toastmaster Renu to maybe do a speech on a topic? Toastmaster Renu?
Yes, yes, Alvia, I'm ready.
All right. So Toastmaster, your topic would be summer delights, exploring the diversity of Indian street food. All the best. Oh, shit.
Summer itself is a delight, I think, right from the morning till the late evening. So the delights, I would say, the ice cream, the gorge on ice creams, the Faluda ice creams on the street, or the right now like the chocolate cones, which I indulge in on daily basis rather. So besides that, the sugarcane juice that the street food here in Punjab we get to often. So these are the basic foods that we love to indulge in and feel say keep ourselves hydrated and beat the heat which we experience in this part of the country. Yeah. This is what I like. I'm just getting carried away with the flavors of the faludas and the sugarcane juice in the mouth, and like maybe the lemon water, the shikanji. This is what we called it here. The lemon lemonade that is being sold here. It's the shikanji. These are all the common street food that are available in this part of the country. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much, Alvia, for the topic.
Thank you, Renu. That was a great speech again. Next up, I can see Meeta raising her hands. Meeta, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. So the topic for you is summer downtime, relaxing with family and friends over chilled lassis and nimbu pani. Take it away.
So this is the right thing you told. As I'm in Gujarat and enjoying each and every moment of that to be over here, and here enjoying with the families and along with my all nephews, niece, and full family of our thing together, and as well as even Nimbu Pani. Oh my God! Every moment. Just now, I just prepared and we had it. So then soda, like each and every moment, like night till 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock, the people will be on the street to have that lemonade and lemon soda. And it's a very famous warrior, Goli soda, and like that lemon juice. So it's very, very interesting and the tasty food like what we have and we enjoy especially in Gujarat. Being in Gujarat in my hometown, it's a really entertaining, enjoying, and with the family. I can't believe that it's a really summer, and I just came for a few days, but a very, very enjoying part. Let's be with all the family, and I hope that all summers has to be with the family along with them, enjoy with the juice and the foods as well as street foods as well. We enjoy each and every moment to be outing. So it's a really enjoying, and I'm enjoying at present in Gujarat. So over to you, table topic master. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And that was great to know. Can we have Sourav Dutta, sir, next? For an impromptu speech?
Yeah.
All right, sir. So your topic would be creating a summer bucket list, adventures and experiences to enjoy before the season ends. I'm dropping the topic on the chat box. I'll repeat it for you, sir. Creating a summer bucket list, adventures and experiences to enjoy before the season ends. All the best, sir.
Actually, I don't have a bucket list. I just have only one item that I want to do in summer, which I have not done yet, and I'm dying to do that. So how many of you have heard about Songkran? Anyone here who has heard about Songkran? Okay, so I see one person's hand going up, and I was expecting his hand to go up. So Songkran is actually a festival in a country called Thailand. So it's basically the Indian, the Holi, right? So it's Holi without the colors. So there's a lot of water that's used in Songkran. People drench each other. People, and it's like ice cold bottle water, and then people will. You're just walking on the road, dressed up and all that, and someone will pour a bucket of water from their balcony. Not only that, in certain places, people actually hire vehicles, matadors and tempos and all that, and they put gallons of water in tanks and in buckets and all in that particular vehicle, and they go around the town with sprays and all these things. They're just putting water on everyone who's passing by. The best part about Songkran is no one takes offense, no one gets angry. The unwritten rules are that you cannot get angry for being drenched in Songkran. And if Songkran is that's not your thing, then you need to stay indoors. As simple as that. I love Songkran because of the fact that there is no colors in it. So you don't end up looking like a devil walking the road or like a zombie. But you just enjoy the pleasures of it. And the other important thing about Songkran is it happens at the peak of summer in Thailand when it's at its hottest. And this festival goes on for days, and sometimes in some places of Thailand, it goes on for weeks. So that's one thing that I have not done yet, and I absolutely would love to do it one day. But that's something that is definitely there on my bucket list. And that's the only thing that's there on my bucket list, which I want to do in summer. Thank you so much, Alvia. Back to you.
Props to you, sir. That was amazing. Now, can we have Toastmaster Monica? Toastmaster Monica, would you be up for a challenge?
Monica is not a Toastmaster. She's a guest.
Oh, okay. All right. So, Monica, would you be up for a challenge?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, cool. So the topic for you is my favorite spot to relax and unwind during the summer.
So actually, I'm a sport person, so I love to play each and every game. So there is nothing more important for me to play like that. Sport is much interest. So actually, in my childhood, I went to go to my hometown with my cousins. So mostly sports that I play during my summer is ice and water. So that has a lot of memory of me with that. So because of that memories, it's a favorite sports of mine. So because of that, we spend a lot of summer vacation in my hometown with my cousins, and we play a lot of games. And so because of that, ice and water is my favorite sports. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Monica. I remember playing ice and water as a kid a lot and used to love the game so much. Next up, can we have Sandeep for a speech maybe? Sandeep?
Yeah, hi, sure.
All right. So Sandeep, your topic would be summer fashion essentials for a stylish look.
Summer fashion essentials for a stylish look.
Correct. All the best.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Alvia. Once you give a topic to Toastmaster Sourav, it's understood that that's the last topic and the table topic session is concluding, because that's a tough act to follow. So you're doing like putting me in a really difficult spot. One, because you're asking me to give a speech after Sourav. Two, you're asking me to talk about a topic that I know least about. I mean, for me, the definition of fashion has been wearing 5 different snookers with the same jeans and same t-shirt to go to work for 5 days, right? I'm sorry, I said snooker, I meant sneakers. I used to love running. And of course, I have a huge collection of shoes and sneakers, but I really do not understand anything about the fashion. Right now, for the summer, I think one of the most common dress or costume that I would wear is my sunglasses and a simple tee. So I'm probably not the best person to talk about, the fashion sense or advice. Again, I feel like an odd man out because I know in part of our group, there are a lot of people who have a great sense of fashion, dressing, looks. And here I am just talking about the sneakers and the goggles with nothing else to boast about. So over to you, Toastmaster Alvia.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sandeep. That was great. I mean, um, it was amazing to hear your take on the topic. Can we have Sudharma next up for speech? This would be the last one, by the way. Sudharma, would you like to go?
Okay.
All right. The topic for you is the importance of staying hydrated in the summer. The importance of staying hydrated in the summer. All the best.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Yeah, I am waiting for the chat box. Please put in chat box, please.
It is there and it is put in the chat box, Sudharma. I will
Okay. I see.
yeah. Okay.
Yes. In Sri Lanka these days, doctors are advising us to drink water as much as possible. One day, when I came from my office, my bike was parked in my friend's home. That means guest Sonali, you may know. And her mother told me, Uta, I was like going to collapse in town. I asked, why, auntie? Then she told, it's like I have some problem. I don't know. I told auntie, it may be because of the summer. You may drink more and more water and drink king coconut also. It's my common knowledge, I told. Then at night, last Saturday, my brother sent me a video of a doctor. He has advised us to drink water, not to go out, play under tree, and all. Then I immediately sent that video to that Sonali and asked her to send it to mother. Then she thanked me also because in these days, our elders should be more care of themselves because it is not good to them. They will collapse and all. This is summer situation in Sri Lanka. We are not giving children a chance to play in playgrounds also. That's like in Sri Lanka. And I have some idea of India also. Sometimes I have heard very hot weather situation. So we should not allow us to be dehydrated and keep ourselves safe in this summer situation. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Great job, Toastmaster Sudharma. All right, everyone, back to my script as I've revealed my not so secret slip up. But before that, I'd like to do like a quick trivia with y'all. The question is, why did the sun go to school? Again, it's a puzzle. It's like a riddle. So y'all may take a guess at it. Very familiar one.
Can you repeat this?
Why did the sun go to school? Okay, I'm giving away the answer because it wanted to be a little brighter. I have another one if I can do it. So another one is, why did the tomato turn red? Would anyone like to take a guess at it?
It was shy.
Yeah, because it saw the salad dressing. I have another question. So the question, all right, is that can anyone tell me the traditional Indian summer festival celebrated with water balloons, colored powders, and joyful festivities?
Holi.
Simple. Yeah, easy peasy, right? All right, so time to wrap up. But before that, I'd like to drop some wisdom bombs on why impromptu speaking is the secret sauce to unleashing your inner rock star. So let's talk about the benefits, right? Like impromptu speaking gives you the power or to think on your feet. It boosts your confidence faster than a shot of espresso on a Monday morning. And it's like a mental gym workout, strengthening your improvisation muscles and making you ready to tackle any conversation like a boss. So, tips to ace impromptu speaking like a pro. Number one, embrace the silence. Do not fear the pause. Own it like a summer party DJ dropping the beat. And take a moment to gather your thoughts and then dive in with gusto. And speak from heart always. Keep it concise and watch the magic happen. And last but not the least, practice, practice, practice. Like any skill worth mastering, impromptu speaking takes time and dedication. So seize every opportunity to flex those improvisation muscles, whether it's at a summer party or during your morning coffee break. And with these tips in your back pocket, you're ready to conquer the world, one impromptu speech at a time. As we bring this sun-soaked session to a close, let's give a huge round of applause for all the participants. Thank you so much for making the summer party themed segment a radiant and memorable one. And that concludes my part. Over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Alvia, for having such a sunlit session. And what do we give Toastmaster Alvia for conducting such a brilliant table topics session? Guys, please use your reactions button if you are unable to, Okay, I see a lot of reactions coming on screen. Perfect. Before we head into the evaluations for the table topic session, I would request timer Chaitanya to first call out any disqualifications.
Just confirming, I was told there will be no disqualification.
Okay. Have we had a recordings of time for the
Yes,
table topic session?
we have the recordings.
Okay, because Sadharma has instructed that we will be having disqualifications for table topic.
Only for prepared speech, for table topic, we have disqualification. Toastmaster. We
Okay.
will come back.
Okay, then all the speakers are within the time limit except Monica Yadav.
Except Monica Yadav. Okay. Monica, thank you for your table topic session, but sadly we will not be able to, provide evaluations for it. Apart from Monica, everybody else, a brilliant job done. And for you to improve upon your points, how you could progress in your public speaking journey, we have a very brilliant Toastmaster who's going to act as the table topic evaluator. We have Toastmaster Chitrakshi Vij. She's a triple backbreaker. She's also the VPPR of the Gabbys International Toastmasters Club. She's empowered over 6,000 individuals to secure promotions, ace interviews, and excel in their visual and vocal communication. I hand over the stage to Toastmaster Chitrakshi Vij to carry out the table topic evaluations. Over to you, Chitrakshi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Aditya. There's one little change, and that is I'm the odd table topic evaluator.
Yes.
So there is another evaluator, and since I'm the odd one out, I am going to do this upside down. So instead of going from the first speaker, I'm going to go from the last speaker, which is Toastmaster Sandeep. I want to live up to my name. So Toastmaster Sandeep, and this is especially because you said you came after Toastmaster Sourav, and that's why in my evaluation you'll come before Toastmaster Sourav. Now, first off, summer fashion essentials for a stylish look. You're sitting at home in your backyard, and with that hair and the t-shirt on. Can you imagine people like me sitting in Jammu in such cold and thinking of summer? My God, the table topics were the only reason we could think of summer. And you said you have no sense of fashion. And as an image consultant, you spoke about teas and sunglasses, the biggest classics and the essentials of fashion. So t-shirts and the teas and sunglasses were right up. Why do you doubt yourself? You should have said it with confidence. I don't care what the world thinks. Fashion for me is just teas and sunglasses. And a plain white tee would be the reason why there was a song created in Hollywood as well. So that's how fashionable I am. Never doubt your fashion sense. You did a great job, and don't think twice about who you are, why you're doing this, and whether you're right or not. Doesn't matter. Then comes Toastmaster DTM Sourav Dutta. Summer bucket list.
DTM Sourav Dutta, the second you said, I know I don't have a bucket list except one thing, I knew where it was headed. So when Toastmaster Chaitanya raised his hand, it was no surprise that you and Chaitanya would only bond on this. So it is great to see a great approach. In fact, throughout your table topic, I kept thinking I want to do this too. Now, even if it's not on my bucket list, it has to be on my bucket list, and I want to see how it goes. So that was definitely a great way to attempt this table topic. One point of recommendation are your unconscious expressions and your body language. So there were times when you started with, so even though you might be thinking, these unconscious habits tend to communicate something to the person in front of you. It could be just casualness or, oh, hey, I don't care, I know everything. Irrespective, you don't want to give another person a chance to read things that you don't want them to read. So great take on the topic. Maybe be a little more mindful about your unconscious habits. Toastmaster Renu, diversity of Indian food. Oh my God. You're from Punjab. I'm in Jammu. So I understand when you go all the way from sugarcane juice to lemonade, beat the heat, ice creams. And right now with the weather outside, I really could not think of any of this. And I just picked up my sweater and wore it. I really was not wearing a sweater. I had to wear it because you came up with these things. A brilliant take, a great way to introduce people to another side of the country, because our Toastmaster Club is from Bangalore and we have international guests. So it's a great way to introduce what you think of Indian street food and what you enjoy the most about it. You could have, since you had a little time, you could have picked on one of your favorites and started talking about it. The feeling of how the faluda, for instance, that you were mentioning. Why not talk about what it's made of, how it works, what it does to you, and the feeling you get after eating it? What is it for you? That could have put all of us on your position, and all of us would have wanted to eat it right away. So talk about a lot of things and then pick up one and go into detail about that one particular favorite of yours. Toastmaster Sudhakar, outdoor fun and games, sports in summer. And you picked cycling since you were doing that since 2016. Now, as someone who sees cyclists every day, I am amazed at you picking that sport up. And it was instantly, hey, I know how it feels. And I've seen people, but how do they truly feel? So picking up cycling, saying it's a great sport, it takes you through different terrains. You also mentioned the timings that work best for cyclists. If you could also add a little bit of how you started it, what was the best part, or what were some of the challenges that you overcame? So people who are not cyclists, but someone who connects with you could connect with you a little deeper, because now they know that, hey, cyclists are not just, oh, pick up my, I saw a cycle, it looks really pretty, let me pick it up and go out. But it's so much more than that. When something is your favorite, make sure to let everyone in your audience know how important it is and wonder, I want to do it too. Why have I not tried it yet? And oh, this is so beautifully described. So pick up cycling, which is already an amazing sport, something we see every day, and make it so special that everyone in the audience wants to go with you and calls you to connect with you. Our third speaker, or second last speaker, was Toastmaster Seema, and it was her favorite summer tradition. Toastmasters Seema, learning is your favorite summer tradition, and it couldn't have been better explained. How you started with what you learned, your cooking and stitching. I could go back to my childhood, because I remember every summer vacation that I spent, I learned something new in my grandparents' home. So it was such a beautiful feeling, and the way the excitement in your voice really caught me out, and I had to focus only on you, because I said, hey, this is interesting. Wow, this is a very new take. So the way you took us through your journey from doing it yourself, then putting your children through it, and then finally helping someone else. Great way of showing us a beautiful tradition and something that most of us can inculcate or already have in our lives. One little piece here, you said something about from gossip and kitty to this. Instead of saying something which might offend someone, why not say from restrictions that we had in a small town, I created something which helped empower people, or which helped people grow. And that's why my learning became their learning. And that's when you'll take everyone with you. So try that in your next table topic and do tell me how it went for you. And finally, the first speaker of the day and my last evaluation, Toastmaster Abhishek. Where's my spotlight? Thank you. I want my spotlight back against the first speaker, first table topic speaker. And my last evaluation for the day, Toastmaster Abhishek, you talked about a beautiful scenario back when you were a kid, when you wanted to visit your ancestral place, and how it made you feel connected to your grandparents, even though they weren't there. A beautiful take. I think most of us can remember the first time we went to a house which wasn't ours but was our grandparents, and the fun and energy that we felt there, the excitement. Because when you said, I kept waking up and asking my mother, how much longer? When will we reach? I could go back to my childhood as well. So definitely something that connected all of us together. If you had to work on one particular aspect, I would suggest it being your voice modulation, because this was excitement. So you could have brought in that excitement in all of us with your voice modulation, going a little fast at times and slow down at times, and maybe talking like a kid at a few times, because that's how excited kids are about summer vacations. So beautiful take, a little bit of voice modulation, and you would have taken everyone with you, and we would have loved it even more than we already did. With that, thank you so much for my time. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chitrakshi, for such a brilliant and apt and unique and directed evaluation for each of the speakers. What do we give Toastmaster Chitrakshi for such a brilliant evaluation? Now, as Chitrakshi called out my bluff, I was trying to go for something that there's not only one evaluator but two. To give you the second evaluator and the even evaluator for today's table topic session, our presiding officer and also the club president, DTM Nancy Goel. DTM Nancy Goel is working as a senior data analyst. She's a certified image consultant and a personal branding coach. And as I have already reiterated, she's the president of the club we all know as Gabbys Toastmasters Club. Over to you, DTM Nancy.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aditya. Well, I'm evaluating the even table topics. I'll start with Toastmaster Yogesh. Toastmaster Yogesh, most refreshing drink. The moment you started talking about buttermilk, you had me there. My favorite too. You take me anywhere, I'll have buttermilk. The way you started with your topic, it was one word answer, buttermilk. And then I felt that you were struggling a little bit about content next. But you tackled it very beautifully by using prep technique. You stated your point, it's buttermilk. Then you gave us a reason that you're not a fan of other drinks. Then you start with an explanation that it's good for health. And then there was a point. Yes, it's buttermilk. But one thing I felt in your content was still a constant struggle to figure out more content. So in such a case, when you're dealing with descriptive content for a topic like this, go for vivid description. Start talking about scenarios around. Where are the places where you take buttermilk? You don't take a buttermilk during winters. If you are sitting on a beach, if you're going somewhere, talk about those descriptions, and that is going to add on to your content. So just vivid description is what you need. Otherwise, you had a structure in place. Next we had was Toastmaster Samita. Her topic was exploring local parks and nature trails. Toastmaster Samita, when it comes to vivid description, you nail it like anything. You started talking about local parks. You walked us all in the parks, the flowers around, everything in the park that you could think of, you mentioned. The breeze, the refreshing air and everything. But one thing I felt, this topic was more about you. How you felt or how you could have taken us along. What you mentioned was you can chase a butterfly, you can look at the flowers around, you can do this. I wanted to hear more of you. When we look at it contest perspective, that's when we want to walk with you. We don't want a directive from somebody. It's like a mom telling me, you do this, you do that. All those things are not required. So take us along, just change the language from you to me. That will just make it more magical. Next, we had Abhilash Nair, Toastmaster Abhilash, Summer Memories. The moment you started with one thing I loved about summer, one place is Kerala. And then you shared your story. There was an anecdote. I noticed that you implemented SBI as a framework where you talked about the situation, you walked us through the situation, then what was the behavior, However, the impact was weak. The moment the table topic was over, I didn't get to know it was over. The conclusion could have been more stronger. What was the impact of this entire story, the anecdote that you were sharing with us, or why Kerala again and again, or reiterating that no matter what happened, I will think of Kerala. This is one thing that has left a huge mark on my mind. One statement to reiterate the impact could have made it much more impactful. So I just felt conclusion is one thing you would want to work on. Otherwise, it was a wonderful start with vivid description and story that you had with the SBI framework. Next I had was Toastmaster Meeta talking about summer downtime. Toastmaster Meeta, you started talking about Gujarat, how you are in Gujarat and you are enjoying the summer already with your family. That was a wonderful take, and we all want to be with our families, enjoying those goli soda and those lemonades, especially when our mothers are doing it for us. The time with family is what we always enjoy. But what I was missing in your topic was, you said, right now I'm in Gujarat. If you could have taken us along that, usually I'm in Bangalore, but right now I'm in Gujarat. So I couldn't feel the connect. Why is it so special to be in Gujarat? Where are you generally? So that one statement or additional content you could have added more about how many people are there around you, a little bit of description about your family, that this is a general ask, they keep on asking, they keep on nagging about these things, and I have to make it a little bit more personal, and how these things make you feel good when you're doing it for your family would have made even more relaxing for us to hear your topic. Next, we had Monica Yadav. Monica is extremely new. She's a guest, someone who has no experience with table topics. No to less experience is what I would like to say. But she spoke for a minimum of 30 seconds or more. Timer, please correct me if I'm wrong. This is a big deal, Monica. Talking about a topic that you have no clue about, and that to impromptu, it is surely a huge deal on your part, where you talked about one favorite sport you have. You are a sports person. However, the topic was about favorite sport, not sports. So we get to know that you are a sports person. We have also mentioned the topic in the chat. I presume that you are joining from phone and you didn't notice it in the chat box. That's where this a little bit of pronunciation and enunciation issue happened, and you talked about sports person instead of talking about your favorite sport that you could have talked about more. Apart from that, a wonderful take. You talked about yourself and we got to know about you, and we would love to hear more from you about many more topics in the upcoming meetings. Next, we had Toastmaster Sudharma talking about staying hydrated. Toastmaster Sudharma, you straight away went into a story, talked about your friend who was here in the meeting and how her mother needed to be hydrated. That was the best way of showcasing the importance of staying hydrated. So I love the topic, the take that you had about staying hydrated. 1 or 2 points for you when you are talking about such topics. First one, when you are telling us that she was a guest here in the Gabbys, you would have known. That is not necessary. Sonali, anyone could have been your friend, and it could be anyone's mother. The idea is about the impact. That was unnecessary information that we can always avoid. Second was about segregating countries, where you talked about this is here in Sri Lanka. I know about India as well. But we are not just Indians. We have got people from many nationalities. And if you want to cover everyone and you want to showcase that you want to cover everyone, you say summer is summer. And summer means it's high temperature everywhere. So I know no matter where you are, in which part of the country or which part of the world, summer means stay hydrated. Simple. No need to talk about different countries. So apart from that, you had a wonderful take where you talked about the story. I loved your take. That's about my evaluation for all the speakers. All the best for your upcoming speeches. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, DTM Nancy, for such a brilliant evaluation. I'll quickly go back to the timer for today to check on any disqualifications for the evaluations that have been done.
Toastmaster, the day there was no disqualification in any of the evaluation that happened.
Perfect. With that, I would request the VP Education to launch the poll for the best table topic speaker as well as the best table topic evaluator. While the polls are being launched and the Toastmasters for today are Toastmasters attending this meeting for today are logging in their polls, I'd like to call out how beautifully this meeting has went by, and kind of also wishing that each of our individual summers, maybe as part of when we keep on joining these Gabbys meetings every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, also in our personal lives goes something seamlessly, in a flow state. There is a very brilliant article I got to read that manifesting is not only about thinking. It's about 5% thinking and it's about 95% effort. So while we are all here thinking about, how breezy of a summer that each of us are going to have, I'm going to ask just that 5% worth of manifesting, because the 95% is something that we'll get to see as the days progress by, as the months progress by. And as we come to a close for this meeting, I would like to invite a couple of people to what are they manifesting this particular summer. Anybody who wants to volunteer themselves? You guys can raise your hands. I have the Toastmaster Smriti. Do you wanna tell us what are you manifesting this summer? Okay, Toastmaster Karthik. I think a lot of the Toastmasters have already started their summer party. Okay, we have Toastmaster Karthik with us.
Okay, so what am I manifesting over this summer? And that is I'm manifesting about the water problem we have in Bangalore, wherein I'm in an area where there is a water scarcity, and we are usually mainly dependent on the water tanker. So every day it's juggling between calling upon one tanker to another tanker, and all tanker owners have made a monopoly of increasing the rates. So this summer, I would say, has all been manifesting and pestering over the water problems we have. So also, carefully and efficiently using each drop of water so that not to not to have a problem. Yeah. So my summer is all about a water problem we have.
Perfect. I've lived in Bangalore for over five years, so completely resonate the emotion behind. I'll take one more person. Jaspreet, do you want to share with us what are you manifesting this summer?
Well, I come from Delhi, and the only manifestation that I can have for the upcoming summers is that the temperature should not touch 50. So that means we as individuals need to put in some efforts, which people have been doing. So just trying to manifest that we come to see a summer when the temperature is going down rather than going up.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Summer does become a little bit of a tricky season, specifically in Delhi, with not only the temperature, but also, the kind of exhaustion and also the air quality. It's like you're getting beaten from all sides.
That's a
So
package
I
deal.
resonate.
That's a package
It's
deal.
a package deal. It's a combined deal. You're absolutely right. Jaspreet, and we wish that, summers this year are a lot kinder on you and the citizens of Delhi. With that, my time today comes to an end. And I'm going to end my stint with the same line I started this session with. Here's to a summer of growth, a summer of learning, and a summer of unforgettable memories. Cheers to each and every one of you. And may this meeting, not may now, I hope this meeting has been the highlight of your summer getting started. With that, I thank the XCOM for giving me this opportunity and hand over the baton back to the presiding officer, DTM Nancy Goel.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aditya. May we have a round of applause for our Toastmaster of the day for such a brilliant session about summers. I'm already feeling so hot and warm. Thank you. All right, it's time to hear it from our guest. In the meanwhile, the polls are being conducted. Let's hear it from our guest. How was their feedback on today's meeting? Quickly, anyone? Maybe hear it from Monica. Monica, how was your experience during table topic section?
Is it Monica Yadav or just Monica? Because it's a
Monica
confused.
Yadav. I'm calling you Monica Yadav. We have one Monica in today's meeting as of now.
Great experience because I attend this meeting next previous Saturday also, but I don't get the chance to participate in topics. But today I get a chance to participate in table topics, so it's a great experience, and I would like to learn more from that. So yeah, overall it's a nice experience.
Thank you so much, Monica. I would love to see you participating in many more table topics. That was a wonderful attempt at, like I said previously. May we hear it from Abhilash?
Yes, yes, Nancy. So thank you for having us over here, and being a Toastmaster from a different club, it was a nice experience actually to come and visit and understand how different Toastmaster clubs are undertaking their sessions. So we recently, I mean, we did have our own stretch of meetings held in an online format, but still we could see certain areas which we couldn't implement, but you folks have implemented. So these are learnings which I would take from here, and probably as well implement it in our in-person meetings which we are conducting as of now. So overall, a wonderful experience and great prompt provided by TTM Alvia today for the TTM sessions. If possible, I'll try to join in the future as well. Thank you.
We would love to have you in our future meetings. Thank you so much. Anyone else who would like to share a few words? Okay, no one. It's time to announce the poll results for best table topic speaker, or rather favorite table topic speaker for today's meeting goes to distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta, someone who talked about Thailand experience. Many of us, except Chaitanya, doesn't know about it. Next one is about main role taker. Main role taker award goes to our Toastmaster of the day, who introduced us to such an amazing theme and walked us through the entire meeting for 2 hours. Congratulations, Toastmaster Aditya. Next one is about favorite evaluator. Looks like there's no favorite evaluator as of now. It's on 50-50, or rather, I must say, everyone voted for everyone. So we have got 2 favorite evaluators, Toastmaster Chitrakshi and myself. Thank you so much, and congratulations to you, Toastmaster Chitrakshi, for being the favorite evaluator. Did I miss any of the polls, or we are good to click a picture with everyone?
Then we are good to go.
We're good to go. These were the polls. May I have everyone on spotlight, all the winners? Toastmaster Aditya, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta, Toastmaster Chitrakshi. Okay, Zoom Master, please spotlight the favorites of today's meeting. I don't see Toastmaster Aditya. Aditya, are you around?
Can I take for three people, or should I wait for him?
Okay, we can go ahead with 3. Looks like he's tired.
It feels like a mentee-mentor situation here.
Okay. Aditya is here.
Hello,
I
hello.
can't see him.
Aditya, we can't see you.
Sorry. Just give me a sec. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, good to go, Sichis.
Yeah, I have captured.
Thank you so much for letting us know. I'm tired of smiling. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. May we have a round of applause for our winners of today's meeting. With this, I adjourn meeting number 172 of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club hereby. Have a great, great weekend, everyone. Bye.